Be patient, the quiet strength that changes everything. Patience. It's one of the hardest things to practice, and yet one of the most powerful. The Bible says in Ecclesiastes 7:8, the end of a matter is better than its beginning, and patience is better than pride. That's easy to read, much harder to live, because your brain wants results now. You want the promotion now, the relationship now, the healing now, the breakthrough now. But here's something worth thinking about. What if the waiting isn't stopping your life? What if it's shaping it? Your brain is wired to chase immediate rewards. Neuroscientists have found that the dopamine system responds strongly to things that promise quick satisfaction. That's why checking your phone feels easier than reading a book. Why quitting feels easier than practicing. Why shortcuts always seem so tempting. But the strange thing is this. The greatest rewards in life almost never arrive quickly. A tree doesn't grow overnight. A strong body isn't built in a week. Deep friendships don't happen after one conversation. Faith doesn't become unshakable after one easy season. Almost everything valuable grows slowly. And maybe that's exactly why patience matters so much. Think about a farmer. After planting seeds, there's nothing dramatic to watch. Day after day, the field looks almost the same. If the farmer dug up the seed every morning to check whether it was growing, it would never become a harvest. Growth often happens where you can't see it. That's true in nature, and it's true in your life. Sometimes you think nothing is happening because nothing looks different. But beneath the surface, your character is changing, your habits are becoming stronger, your understanding is getting deeper, your future is quietly taking shape. The Bible describes this beautifully in Galatians 6:9. Let us not grow weary of doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. Notice those words. At the proper time. Not your preferred time. Not the fastest time. The proper time. History is full of people who understood this. Before becoming one of history's greatest leaders, Moses spent decades as a shepherd in the wilderness. David was anointed king long before he actually became king. Joseph dreamed of greatness but first endured betrayal, slavery, and prison. None of those seasons looked successful, yet every difficult year prepared them for responsibilities they couldn't have handled earlier. Waiting wasn't punishment, it was preparation. Psychologists have noticed something similar. One of the most famous studies in behavioral science explored delayed gratification. Children who learned to wait for a larger reward instead of taking a smaller reward immediately often developed stronger self-control later in life. While later research showed that many factors influence success, the core lesson still holds true. The ability to wait changes how you make decisions. Patience isn't just about time, it's about wisdom. Every day, you're making small choices. Skip today's workout because results aren't visible yet. Quit learning because progress feels slow. Give up on a goal because someone else seems farther ahead. But what you're really quitting isn't the goal. You're quitting before the process has a chance to work. That's something almost everyone struggles with. Modern life trains you to expect speed, fast food, instant messages, one-click shopping, streaming instead of waiting. None of those things are bad by themselves. But they quietly teach your brain that everything important should happen immediately. Real life doesn't work like that. Healing takes time. Learning takes repetition. Trust takes consistency. Wisdom takes experience. And faith often grows strongest during seasons when answers don't come quickly. Think about athletes preparing for the Olympics. Nobody sees the thousands of early mornings. Nobody applauds the ordinary practice sessions. People only notice the medal. The same is true for inventors, artists, entrepreneurs, and scientists. The breakthrough usually looks sudden, but it almost never is. Behind every overnight success are years of invisible effort. Maybe you've been praying for something. Maybe you've been working towards something. Maybe you've been trying to become someone better. And lately, it feels like nothing is changing. Here's something that can change how you see today. Progress isn't always visible. Imagine climbing a mountain surrounded by thick fog. Every step feels small. The view barely changes. It almost seems like you're standing still. But if you keep walking, eventually the clouds begin to clear. Only then do you realize how far you've already come. Your life often works the same way. Patience isn't pretending everything is easy. It's choosing not to give up while the outcome is still being written. Even neuroscience offers an encouraging perspective. Your brain constantly rewires itself through repetition, a process called neuroplasticity. Every time you practice a healthy habit, choose self-control or respond with kindness instead of anger. Tiny changes are taking place. They're almost invisible in the moment, but over months and years, those small changes become a different version of you. That's why consistency beats intensity. One perfect day won't transform your life. Hundreds of ordinary days might. Jesus often taught using seeds. A seed seems insignificant, small, easy to overlook. Yet, given enough time, it becomes something that offers shelter, fruit, and life. Patience allows small beginnings to become something extraordinary. Maybe that's the lesson your life needs today. You don't have to force everything. You don't have to compare your timeline with someone else's. You don't have to panic because things aren't happening as quickly as you hoped. Keep planting good seeds. Keep learning. Keep showing kindness. Keep doing honest work. Keep trusting that growth is happening even when you can't measure it. One day you'll look back and realize the waiting wasn't wasted. It was becoming. So if today feels slow, don't mistake slow for stuck. Some of the most important chapters of your life are being written quietly, one patient day at a time. Because sometimes the greatest miracle isn't getting what you've been waiting for. It's becoming the person who was worth waiting to become.